He had G-Man doing the mad thing, but it's even worse under Amorim. You don't think how can it get worse than that? How can you go from what we're talking about from Ten Hag, him going into the next job, 2 Premier League games and he's out? By the way, as well, that means no one rated him.
Yeah,
as in no one. I'm talking players, staff, manager, fucking dinner ladies. They didn't rate him, bro.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's like I say it, and I've said it to you guys so many times. Yeah, you see, life, yeah, like people can talk about qualifications and all these other things. Yeah, being likable, yeah, is one of the best fucking traits that you can have as a human being. Because when people like you, they'll help, they'll do stuff for you.
Yeah, you have allowances.
They'll give you allowances. Do you know what I'm saying? When you're likable, all these things. This guy has got no personality. So when you've got no personality, you have to be undeniably good at what you do to last anywhere.
But that's like being rude when a guy's been rude and dead. Can't be. But rude that's it. You can't be both.
So he ain't got no grace, darling, because he ain't a cool person. That's the reality. So he's gone into the building and they've said, you know what? This guy's a bit weird, but he did win a couple trophies at Man United. He won trophies at Ajax. On paper, he looks good, so we're going to give him a chance. But as soon as they looked at him and they said, yeah, the juice ain't worth the squeeze, he was gone. And they made the decision straight away. And I respect that. Because they know they can get the season back on track now.
This is what I was saying about Amorim, and he's still here. I said, time into the sacking. Get this guy gone. Because I don't care if I watched your game against Burnley. It's too much.
Bro,
he has to go.
Man scumbag the penalty at the end, and all of a sudden, people are now doing that. Oh, yeah, we're above City. We're only 2 points off Arsenal. Brother, we scumbag the penalty right in, bro. I think it was stoppage time we got the penalty.
It was 93rd minute, bro.
See that? Come on, brother.
I was gassed, bro. When you man got the penalty, I was like this. He's staying.
Bro, everyone was.
A little bit longer.
Everyone was celebrating apart from man that no ball blood and support Man United. You know them, man. Because I couldn't celebrate that penalty because I knew what that was. That was like when we won the FA Cup under Ten Hag. I was like, brother, they've got to sack this brand now. But in my heart, I knew they probably wasn't going to. And it just didn't work out like that, bro. Like, that would have been the final nail in his coffin had he not won that game. That would have been the guaranteed signature. Do you know what I'm saying?
This is
nasty.
This is it. But even so, as I said, from a point standpoint, season easily rescued at times in terms of just the paper, in terms of the paperwork, bro. You're on 4 points. You know what I'm saying? You have an opportunity, as crazy as it seems, to go 4 points ahead of Manchester City. This Premier League's a nasty place. The Premier's a nasty place sometimes, man. But that you have an opportunity to when I say sink Man City into the dirt, you can put these man 6 feet under after this, before even the first 8 for the season.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Not even first quarter. You know what I'm saying? This is what you have the opportunity to do.
We have to body them, bro. I'll be honest. It's one of them ones where I'm torn because I'm torn behind being stuck with this manager till Christmas here and deading off City's whole thing, like at the beginning of the season. You know that, man? Like, that's what it is. Because a part of me is like, yo, man just want to write off City season, yeah? And send them into crash out, yeah? But at the same time, it's like, bro, if that's the game that saved this manager, yeah, until Christmas, then it's like, yo, I'm more worried about our season than City season. That's the truth. Yeah. Because I think that we can have a really good season, bruv. We have the players. We actually have the players. This is what's mad. Like, we have the players to have a really, really, really good season, bruv. Because we're not playing no games, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? Which means if we rotate the squad and manage the squad properly, we can have minimal injuries and we can be very, very deliberate with how we kind of strategize to win these games. Because with the Premier League, we've seen it with many, many teams over the years. If you just put a run of wins together, before you know it, you're in spooky territory, bro. Forest did it. Villa did it. Newcastle did it. Dallow's injured good. He's shit anyway. You know them, man. Man didn't want him playing. So if that's the only way that he cannot play, then bro, so be it. Because his manager's in love with him. You know what I'm saying? Forget it. We never needed that you anyway. You know what I'm saying? That's the reality. That's how I used to feel about Rasmus Højlund. So if he's injured, good, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because he's holding the team back. So the game is the game. But we can be very, very deliberate, yeah, with how we manage the squad, how we manage the fixtures, and we can actually fuck around and end up in the top 5, top 4 with the right manager. Just because other teams have loads of games, which means they got more chances of getting injuries, and you obviously need a little bit of luck. But bro, when you're playing 60+ matches, because you would assume that Arsenal, Liverpool, and Chelsea are all going to get pretty deep into the Champions League.
Yeah.
You would assume that. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You would assume that they're going to get deep into the FA Cup unless there's a big shock, and they're probably going to get deep into the League Cup because it generally happens like that. All teams are going to get pretty far in all the cup competitions, you would think. So if United manage their 1 game a week, and it really is 1 game a week because we're out the League Cup, we could end up, yeah, just fucking around and just ending up like in the top 4 just by circumstances alone. That's it, because Liverpool don't have crazy depth. They don't.
Defensively. Offensively, we do. We're not defensively.
Yeah, offensively you do, but at the end of the day, your defense is what's going to win you trophies.
Yeah, that's how we got to go get Gahey in January. Operation Gahey in January, bro.
Yeah, your defense is going to win you trophies. At the end of the day, yeah, if you lose Gravenberch, do you know what I mean? All of a sudden, the midfield's looking spooky. Yeah.
It looks spooky.
And if you lose one of your centre-backs, if you lose Virgil or Konate, then it looks spooky for you. And that's the thing. And there's a possibility with 60+ games, bro.
Of course.
There's a possibility.
But that will go with everyone else as well. You know what I'm saying?
It will, but we don't have 60+ games. This is what I'm saying. So circumstantially, we could end up in a favorable position, not because we're better than everyone else, but because we get a bit of luck and other teams have pressures that we don't have.
Yeah, I hear it. But I think for Liverpool, I feel like we still got enough depth to win us games, even if some guys aren't playing, as I said. For me, but obviously I get what you're saying in the sense that it's not, I think what you're saying doesn't necessarily mirror Liverpool. I feel like it's more like towards the Chelseas and whatnot, who are going to be in and around like the top. But again, you draw 1 or 2 games and you could find them in like 3rd. You know what I'm saying? Find them 4th. Any of the teams that kind of in and around that top 6, I'd say. Not traditional top 6 as well. I'm talking like, because bro, people aren't
looking like it's changing every year, bro. Sometimes
it is.
Villa, sometimes Newcastle. We thought Forest were gonna do a thing, and Forest lost out on European football on the last day of the season.
Forest are looking super bummy as well, by the way. Like it is looking crazy bummy for them.
It's not under this manager. I said if we get a new manager, like you must have missed what I said. That's exactly what I said. Like this, the way Man United squad is set up perfectly for a good manager to take us on a run of games and we find ourselves up there. Just because other teams are gonna go through shit that we don't have to go through. We've seen it with Villa and Newcastle. Both times they've qualified for Europe. Yeah, the season after they've got worse. We've seen it.
Yeah, because they can't. Yeah, because they can't coexist in the champs to a latter stage and the Prem and still maintain the same level. They just simply don't have enough. They just don't have enough.
This is it. That they don't, and that's why I made the point of talking about squad depth, because this is what it is: being able to tinker your team enough to win games, but not lose momentum. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And try and keep players fit. It's very, very difficult.
In terms of depth, as I said that, like I think everyone has their gaps in depth in their squad. I don't think no one has a complete balance in depth. Do you know what I'm saying? There's always going to be 1, 2, or 3 players that can't get injured for any team. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. For us, it will be Virgil. You know what I'm saying? It'll be Virgil. I even had Alisson to that. I had Alisson to that now, by the way.
You're right. But what I would say is with our team, I feel like when I look at Manchester United's squad, even though people might argue about the overall quality, with certain players. I think that we've got enough depth here in pretty much every position that if we've got a good manager, the drop-off shouldn't be crazy. Like, it shouldn't be crazy. But it will be with this manager because he needs specific profiles to play in specific positions and do specific things, or else it doesn't work. Do you know what I'm saying? Because the thing is, yeah, as much as man don't really like Lissandro, for instance, yeah, Luke Shaw comes in. For me, he's a better left centre-back than Lissandro anyway. But if you take Luke Shaw out and you put Lissandro in, it's not a massive drop-off to the point where it's like, oh, shit, we're going to lose a game because of that. Do you know what I'm saying? Most people don't love Harry Maguire, yeah, but at the end of the day, if Harry Maguire comes in for 2 or 3 games at centre-back, yeah, like, if we're set up properly, we should still be winning these games, bro. Like, I'm not saying we lost the game because Maguire played instead of De Ligt. No, we should still be able to win games with Maguire at centre-back. He's still a Premier League level centre-back, whether you like him or not.